Right, Shalom. Right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakadash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and to the brothers at the four corners of the globe pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Right, we want to say Shalom. Right, the two brothers from James, Brother Howard and Brother Ryan. Right, and we just come together to do a edification, right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right, basically the entitlement of this video is keep yourself from idols in the land of your captivity. Right, because right now we in our captivity. Right, and one of the main reasons why the Lord put us in this captivity is because we was following after other gods. Right, we was following after diverse gods. But the scriptures clearly show us that in Exodus chapter 20, in the 10 commandments, the Lord say put no other God but him, because he's a jealous God. Right? So we just want to go into a few precepts, you know, stating that hey, these idols we supposed to really follow after. These things could get us killed. Right? The book of Baruch chapter 6 and verse I go start from 1. It says, because of the sins which ye have committed before power, ye shall be led away captives into Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians. So when ye become into Babylon, ye shall remain there many years, and for a long season, namely 7 generations. And after that I will bring you away peaceably from thence. Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver, right, and of gold, and of wood, borne upon shoulders. Right? It goes on to say, and basically that will be seen in ancient Babylon. They had that, and we see that now because we're living in Babylon right now, modern day Babylon. Right? And we see people worshiping idols. They're worshiping Mary, they're worshiping Jesus, they're worshiping Buddha, right? Krishna, Molech, the old god, you know, Baphomet, just to name a few. Right? And the Lord said that hey, he's the God alone. He's God above all. Right? He's the one above all, like in Marvel, the one above all. Right? It goes on to say here, which caused the nations to fear. It says, beware thereof, that ye in no wise be like to strangers, neither be ye afraid of them. When ye see the multitude before them, and behind them, worshiping them. It says, but say in your hearts, O Yahweh, we must worship thee. O Yahweh, we must worship thee, and that is what we ought to do. We ought to worship Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the true and living power. Because back then when we was in the world before, what we used to do? We used to worship diverse God. We used to worship mainly JC. Right? We used to worship that God, Jesus. We used to worship Allah. Right? Some of the well-known gods, we used to go into that. And we used to get benefits. Not even knowing the true and living power. But now the Lord led us to this understanding, and let us to his name, and let us to his true identity. Right? We know what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. If you have precept, you could bring on Psalm 96 and 5. You know? So we're supposed to be, that is what we're supposed to be doing. We're worshiping the Lord in spirit and in truth, and no idols. You know, these rappers that say the Jesus piece wrong the neck. You know? And anything can be a god too, money, anything can be a god. Yeah, go ahead.
And this is
5.
Psalm 96 and 5, chapter 5. It says, O Yahweh, thou knowest my foolishness, and my sins are not hidden from thee. Let not them that wait on thee, O Yahweh, power of hosts, be ashamed of my sake. Let not those that seek thee be confounded. That's right?
No, that is not precept. Even Isaiah 45 and 5.
Yeah, we're on that.
Yeah.
The Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 5 says, I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. Alright, simple as it is, God said there is no other God beside him, no other power. Alright, it's saying here, I graded thee, through thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, that there is none beside me, without no other God beside the Most High. Alright? Moving on. It says, select here.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It's 96 and 5, yeah. Psalm 96 and 5.
Psalm 96 and 5.
Yeah. I'm reading from the wrong one. Right?
Right, this is Psalm chapter 96 and verse 5. I was reading from the wrong side.
Yeah,
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
Idols. All the gods of the nation, this entire Trinidad, in Americas, the entire world, is idols. Go ahead.
But the Lord Yahweh made the heavens.
But the Lord Yahweh made the heavens, not these idols. These idols never made the heavens. Right? But Yahweh made these things. Right? Yahweh made everything. Yahweh made everything. So like, right? I'll go back in the book of Baruch here. You could bring 1 Corinthians 10 and I think it's 11. First Corinthians chapter 10 and
this is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 11.
let's see.
It says, now all these things happen unto them for samples, and they are written for a domination upon whom the ends of the world are come.
1 Corinthians 10 and 11. Let's see.
Yeah, second.
Yeah, wait a second. That's here. Bring the next precept. I will look for it. It's in 1 Corinthians 10 and so this is basically what we as who call ourselves Israel and God fearing we're supposed to do. Right? We're supposed to fear the Lord. And we're supposed to worship the Lord. Not these idols, these false images. These images made with hands. You know? Find it? Acts 5.
Acts 5?
Mm-hmm. Acts 15, select.
15 and 2?
Yeah.
So when therefore Paul, Barnabas.
Yeah, can select here, brother. Book of Acts chapter 5. 15 and 20.
Alright, this is Acts chapter 15 and verse 20. Moving on, it says, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood.
Yeah, pollution, idols.
Yeah, and from things strangled with blood. Because these idols, you know, they make blood sacrifices and all this kind of thing onto idols.
Yeah, and that is something with these other nations do. Esau, I know Apostle Ariel did a video concerning upcoming in July. That's these celebrities that have, I don't know where that's called it, but something in the Monte Grove County, I think that's called, where they worship these the old god Molech, and that is actually do sacrifices, child sacrifices, you know. So when sometimes you see these children missing, when you see missing person, they never find them. They never find them at all. These were these Esau Edomites doing. The sacrificing unto the idols, unto the God. But Yahweh was the ultimate sacrifice for us, for the nation of Israel. He became the ultimate sacrifice. So we don't have to go and sacrifice no goat or no sheep. And for forgiveness. Right? Yahweh came and he done away with that particular law. Right? So we supposed to be worshiping Yahweh in spirit and in truth, and not these false gods. Because that's one of the reasons why we in our captivity up to this day. Right? Because what the Lord said he's a jealous God. Right? He said he's a jealous God. You see me how you have a child and you raise that child, you know, and you and the mother couldn't make it. You raise that child, you did whatever you have to do for that child, and that child end up being ungrateful to you and calling his stepfather daddy, you know, and calling you by your name, you know, and really not acknowledging you as the father that you was to him. You know, that will make you angry, that will make you jealous, that will make you upset. But anyway, moving on. I'll bring the book of 1 John. I'll bring it. This is the book of 1 John. Sword. Bear with me for a second. Yeah, I saw that yeah. Peter John. 1 John chapter 5 and 21. It says, little children, keep yourselves from idols. Playing on to the point. Keep yourself from idols. Amen. And that's what John told us. He said, hey, keep yourself from idols. And that was through the inspiration of the Heavenly Father. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next precept here, the book of First Corinthians chapter 10. I'm going to bring it there. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 20. Verse 20.
10 and 20, but I see that
10 and 14, select.
14. Can't. Alright. 1 Corinthians chapter 10.
From 13.
From 13? Alright, can't. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. It says, there had no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Hey, the Lord ain't going to tempt us, but the Lord will try us to see if you're for him. The Lord will try us to see if you're for him. And as a man being in the truth now, we was already tried, you know, when we came in from our mother belly, when we came from our mother from our mother womb, and we was worshiping because we didn't know better. We was already worshiping these false. We was worshiping these false God before we came into the truth. But to go and do that again, right? Scripture tell you they came out from us, but it wasn't from us. Roughly paraphrasing, if that the precept I went, I think that is in the book of John also, right? But it wasn't from us. So for you to go back and go back in that same seat of man worshiping idols, hey, you wasn't ready down. So that was the Lord trying you there, and you feel like that, like other men who was in GMS, like Malak, right? Men who was in GMS who under the doctrine, was under the doctrine and pushing this doctrine strong to start to follow a whole totally different something and start to believe in something new, right?
Can.
Like idolatry. So like, yeah.
Can. If I could paraphrase too, that come like going on to these other nations, the women of these other nations. Like there's like how Solomon, went off. Right? They come like going after these women and just to get between your leg, you're done with it, you just fall in it, but really and truly you ain't supposed to be doing that. That could lead you astray. Alright, verse 14 it says, "Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from adultery."
Flee from idolatry. Right? That is, when you look up the word, it means idol worship. Right? Flee from that. Allah is a moon god. Right?
And the gods of this nation, the gods of this world are no gods. They are no gods.
So
which cannot speak, which cannot move, we can't do nothing.
Look at that. Finish. And this is going to be the last final precept here. Back in the book of Baruch chapter 6. This chapter is a beautiful chapter. And I'll read from 9. It says, I'll read from 10. It says, "Sometimes also the priests convey from their gods gold and silver, and bestow it unto themselves. Yea, they will give therefore to the common harlot, and deck them as man with garments, being gods of silver and gods of gold and wood. Yet cannot these gods save themselves from rust and moth, though they be covered with purple raiment. They wipe their faces because of the dust of the temple, when there is much upon them. And he that cannot put to death one that offended him, holdeth a scepter, as though he were a judge of the country." You understand? So these gods, imagine you build a god to worship, and that god you build, imagine you had to build a god. That is madness. You building a god to worship. That is madness. You had to wipe it, you had to clean it, you had to deck it. Hey, a God's supposed to be able to create you.
We're doing the worshiping the creature more than the creator. You understand? It come like a cow, we can worship a car too.
Can.
You understand?
I will jump over to 65 and I will cut it there. It says, "Knowing therefore that they," Baruch 6 and 65, it says, "Knowing therefore they are no gods, fear them not, for they can neither curse nor bless kings." And with that, we give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Right, we giving double honors to the apostles of great mercy and Ruel. And peace and blessing to all you brothers, all you Akim, that push this word in sincerity and truth. And to the sisters that listen in silence, we say Shalom.
Shalom.